I'm working my way back down the giant hill that we went up. We have gone up probably a good 400, 500 feet from where the truck is parked.
Was I just a chicken or what really happened? Well, when they say you don't know how to start a story, we need to go back to the beginning. We were having a wonderful time exploring all the wonders of Crow Canyon. We were really lucky since the weather was playing nice, the wind wasn't terribly bad, and we were still able to hike around since the heat hadn't hit. After exploring all the amazing petroglyphs, I decided that maybe we should go see one of the ruins that I had on my map. Now, we had no idea what we were getting into, but we're the adventurous type, so we thought, how bad could it really be? So we drove the truck up the trail and found a good place to park to start our hike. So where did I go wrong on this hike? Well, one of the major things that we typically like to do is to bring backpacks with water and other supplies in them. We thought that this hike was a mile round trip, so it wasn't going to be too big of a deal. So we left all of those things in the truck. A lot of times, typically on short hikes, I even like bringing my backpack because I have the camera gear that I'm usually bringing, but today I was just boasting my regular old camera. I didn't even grab the drone, and if I would have grabbed the drone, we could have done a little bit more scouting. Quickly, we exited the wash and began our ascent up the canyon walls. Now, what are we actually looking for? I said I didn't know too much about it. Well, this is an expert level hike, come to find out. The Pueblito that we are traveling to is called the Shaft House Pueblito. This Pueblito is situated on a narrow ledge in the northeastern fork of the Crow Canyon area. The site is said to have 14 rooms and 2 levels. We were excited to get to see this for ourselves since a lot of these Pueblitos seem to be a little bit different construction from some other ruins that we have visited in the past. Now, the positive thing about this trail is you get to do a lot of wayfinding. There are some trail markers to kind of guide you a little bit up the way, but then eventually you do reach a point where you're just going to have to figure it out for yourself. We were overall having a good time just trying to figure out where this Pueblito was and which way was going to get us up the canyon walls faster. We knew that the Pueblito was situated way higher than where the truck was parked. However, we didn't realize how far of a journey we were going to have to make to actually even see a glimpse of the Pueblito. Everett thought that this was quite a good time because he got to be trail leader and pick the best way for all of us to go. But before we knew it, we were scrambling straight uphill up a rock wall.
We've been working our way up to see a ruin that I don't know what it looks like. I don't even know if it's worth it. And since I am really terrible at climbing, Dana never went up. I am not sure-footed, and so I'm working my way back down the giant hill that we went up. We have gone up probably a good 400, 500 feet from where the truck is parked. And so I sent them up to do pictures and do things. So hopefully it's cool. Hopefully it was worth it, but I'm dealing with this right now. Having to get down all of this, all the way down to that little wash down there. And this is very slick, and I am not good at that. I just finally got down this giant wall behind me. I am terrible at climbing. So we're going to try to get down without hurting myself. And hopefully by the time I get down some of this hard stuff, they'll probably catch up with me because I am slow. So here we go. All the way down from that very top rock, about 2 stories up, to down here where all the loose stuff is. So that's the next challenge, is getting down all the loose stuff where there's like no grip at all. Proud of myself so far. I haven't needed help. Didn't have to wait for Dane and Everett to come down yet. But that was quite the little scramble to get down. It doesn't look like much on camera, but that's pretty far. So I came from right up there, way up there, all the way down to here, and we're still that far away. You can see them up there. You have to zigzag all the way up this little thing. And apparently it's way over that way. But they got a zoomed in picture of it. They're working their way back down. As you can see how high it is. I've worked my way down all this boulder field.
As you can see, this is the very edge of the Pueblito, so it's gotta be a pretty large structure up there. After we got back, we found a few YouTube videos that actually made the hike to the Pueblito. So if you're looking for what it actually looks like, you should probably look up one of their sites.
They made it to where they could see the ruin.
Me too.
I chickened out and didn't want to climb anymore, but would you recommend it?
Yeah, it was fun. I would do it.
Part way, except the trail's kind
You
of
got a trail find.
The
and
trail
the
part is
steep,
hard.
and there's some climbing and stuff, but it's not terrible.
No, but it's just definitely one of those
You got
things
a back alley that's washed out.
you do. Yeah, expert backing skills are required.
Hard-ish in spots.
I'm
We
not a
didn't
big
even make
cliff
it all the way up.
climber
You go all the way
person.
to the ruin. You got some climbing to do.
Yes.
We made it within like a quarter, I don't know, 8 miles.
About halfway up, I realized I should have just brought the drone.
I drove it.
If the drone was in the truck, the drone we could have just sent up and been like, there it is!
Yep,
Yay!
exact.
Instead of having to climb all the way up. From the wash all the way up to the top.
Yeah, we were about 800 feet up. give or take.
It was a lot. So, as far as doing it, I would say if you really like climbing and things and scrambling, that it is like your perfect hike.
It's fun.
But if you're like me who doesn't like scrambling in general, and you want something that's not so scrambly, I wouldn't do it.
Right.
Or if you bring a drone, bring your drone and get up part way and send the drone. That's where I would be at. But the cool thing is you do get to drive up this wash
Yeah, it's cool.
to get there. So if you like to drive up sandy washes, it's kind of fun.